Good players today. Excited about continuing to improve our roster and continue to create the quality we're going to need to have in our league. And there's no doubt helped ourselves today. I'll start out with ZaQuandre White from Cape Coral, Florida. Originally played at North Fort Myers for Ernest Graham, a guy that I know extremely well and have a lot of respect for. He thinks a lot of ZaQuandre as a running back. Originally qualified, signed with Florida State out of high school, and went through the coaching change when Coach Fisher was there and transferred to, went to Coach Taggart, and just kind of sometimes when you have those transitions, you lose some really good football players. And I actually talked to Jimbo about ZaQuandre. Really liked his athleticism and him as a young man, and feels like he's got a tremendous upside. So really excited to have him. Went out to Iowa Western, did a really nice job out there. His parents, Zach and Dorothy, were great in this process. But a guy that's got the type of measurables you want, and really excited to add another, a size speed athlete to our football team. Certainly is going to help us there. Ger-Cari Caldwell from Northwestern High School right here in South Carolina, Rock Hill, just had an unbelievable senior season. Paige Wofford, who was the offensive coordinator at Daniel, went to Northwestern and installed an offense, and they threw the ball an awful lot, and they do a really nice job throwing it. And Ger-Cari ended up, I think, with 51 catches, and kind of kept coming onto the screen for us in fall. We got more and more excited about him, and then you meet him and you see the type of young man he is and what he stands for. His mom, Demetra, is a fantastic woman, and we just had to really hit it off when we met. Came down on the official visit, came unofficially, then came back for an official visit, and really excited to add another guy from the Rock Hill area to our football team, obviously the hotbed in South Carolina of football. Alex Huntley from Hammond School. I've got a unique relationship, obviously, with Alex. Saw him as a freshman in lacrosse, 280 pounds, running up down the field, obviously with my son Jackson being at Hammond. But just a big athlete, very flexible in his lower body, very powerful in his lower body. But I saw him continue to grow and mature there at Hammond, which Eric Kimmery, the head coach there, does a fantastic job. So just to watch this guy grow through the process. Lisa and Harold have been awesome, been raised right, and really excited about him and joining our program. The guy is a student body president at Hammond. He didn't enter Hammond until the 9th grade. Says a lot about the type positive impact he can have on other people and what he'll do in our locker room. But I'm really excited about him. And Gilber Edmond from Westwood High School in Fort Pierce, Florida, kind of came on our radar really late, about 2.5, 3 weeks ago. I wanted to add another linebacker to our class. He's about 6'3", about 205, but can really play in space, can really run. Jeff George, his head coach, and talking to him, the type young man we want on our football team. And we went down and saw him the last couple of weeks there in January and really felt good about him, and were able to know that we were going to have a spot available and wanted to extend that. So that puts us at 24 initials. We obviously still have one left. So, but really excited about adding these 4 guys to our class. Again, I like where our numbers are positionally. It's sort of distributed through our team on our roster. Our mid-year guys are doing really well. To see those guys, the 4 offensive linemen fit, as far as athletically and playing with power. Luke Doty's been outstanding. Muschamp Lloyd, another guy we're seeing, a guy that's really competing on a high level, which is exciting to see. Mike Wyman's done some nice things for us. O'Donnell Fortune and Dominic Hill both showed up, done a nice job for us. So I'm really pleased with the progress with Coach Jackson and what they've done to this point of the all-season program. We've monitored it as coaches, and we'll certainly start taking more of a role next week as coaches, and we'll get really about 6 days before we start spring on February 26th with our football team as far as working a little bit with them hands-on, which we're allowed to do by NCAA rules in the off-season. So excited about today and obviously us moving forward, and I'll open it up for any questions.